This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Of all the places and highways that I have driven on, driving in the hills has always been my favorite. And this week, I am glad that I will be driving on the winding roads of Himachal. Today, I journey from the foothills of the Shivaliks to one of the most popular hill stations of India, Shimla. With my Mercedes A180 as my trusty steed, I stop over at some very interesting places before I reach my final destination. Welcome to the show where we discover India through its highways.
Welcome to Follow the Star.
This week, I start my journey from Chandigarh. En route, I ride a cable car at the Timber Trail Heights in Parwanu, visit the mushroom city of Solan, taste some very different and unusual pickles, and finally reach the picture-perfect hill station of Shimla. I drive on the National Highway 22 and the Himalayan Expressway and cover a total distance of 116 kilometers. Starting your journey in Chandigarh has its pros and cons. The pros? Driving in Chandigarh is a sheer pleasure because of the wide roads and zero traffic. Except, everything here is so symmetrical that getting out of the city can be a bit of a task. And thanks to the navigation system of my Mercedes A180, I was finally out of the maze and on my way.
Without my navigation system, you would have definitely seen me drive only around Chandigarh the entire episode.
My first stop is the Pinjore Gardens, situated a short distance out of Shimla on the highway.
Just 3 kilometers after entering the Himalayan Expressway, I thought I'd stop by the beautiful Yadavendra Garden and spend some quality time here before I head to Shimla.
Situated 20 kilometers from Chandigarh, the Pinjore Gardens, also known as the Yadavendra Gardens, is a Mughal-era garden complex complete with beautiful fountains and waterfalls. It is a good pit stop option for anyone travelling on this route because, apart from its beautiful settings, it also has food courts and restrooms. Post passing the Pinjore Gardens, one gets onto a stretch of the NH22 between Pinjore and Parwanu known as the Himalayan Expressway. This is a 27.5 kilometer stretch and was basically built to bypass the busy town of Kalka. The expressway is not exactly hilly nor straight. The best I can describe it as is loopy. Loopy or not, it is a sheer joy to drive on this 4-lane expressway.
I'm on the Himalayan Expressway driving towards Parwanu, but before that, I'm going to take a left onto the Kalka-Shimla road to pick up meat pickles.
Located on the old Kalka-Shimla highway network, these pickle shops used to be a must-stop on everybody's lists. But now as it falls a bit off the route, not many people stop here. Or maybe it's just because the pickles are so spicy. From here, I am headed to a beautiful resort called the Timber Trail Heights, which lies right on the highway. I am here to have a proper breakfast, hopefully nothing as spicy as the pickles.
I'm going to hop onto this cable car, which is at a height of 3,000 feet right now, and I'm going to have to travel another 2,000 feet to reach Timber Trail, which means I'm going to be at a height of 5,000 feet in totality. How exciting is that?
Timber Trail Heights operate their very own cable cars. These trolley cars travel from a height of 3,000 feet to 5,000 feet over 2.5 kilometers. This ascent takes around 8 minutes, but each of those minutes of the view are worth every second.
So I've finally reached Timber Trail Heights and I'm starving, so I'm going to get some breakfast.
Not only does Timber Trail Heights have its own cable cars, it also has its own golf buggies to take the guests around. I seem to have enjoyed it more than the cable ride. This expansive resort boasts of many luxurious stay options and for many is a destination in itself. The food too is delicious and the view is truly nice. Though I could sit here and enjoy this beautiful view for hours, the road beckons and many more beautiful views await me and I must get going. With every passing kilometer, the roads were getting steeper and the view was getting prettier. And I could see the tracks of the historic Kalka-Shimla railway running alongside and across the road. The railway track is a narrow 2 feet 6 inch gauge which runs along the Kalka-Shimla route. This rail line was built during the British era to connect the summer capital of Shimla to the broader Indian rail system. I'm really excited right now. I'm on my way to Jabli to catch the train and drive alongside it. I only have that moment for 60 meters and I'm not gonna miss it. I caught it. I drove alongside the train. Even though the train was a bit slow, it was certainly worth it. I couldn't get enough of this little toy train, so I had to go visit the next station that lay on my journey. Unfortunately, the station, which is called Barog, lies below the road and I am going to have to go down a steep stretch to get to it. This quaint little station has a very interesting story. Colonel Barog, a British engineer, was responsible for designing a tunnel near the railway station. He started digging the tunnel from both sides of the mountain. However, he made a mistake in his calculation and found that the two ends of the tunnel did not meet. Barog was fined an amount of 1 rupee by the British government and unable to withstand the humiliation, Barog committed suicide. He was buried near the incomplete tunnel and this area and the station then came to be known as Barog after him.
Apparently I'm a little late, so I missed the toy train, but just the thought of climbing back all that way that I came down to catch the toy train is killing me already.
But I have tons to tick off my list and I must hit the road again. Coming up on Follow the Star, I visit the Mushroom City of India and reach my final destination, Shimla, a place caught in time. Welcome back back to follow the star. I am in the picturesque state of Himachal Pradesh, travelling from Chandigarh to Shimla, and I have reached the mushroom city of India, Solan. My one last stop before reaching Shimla. Solan lies approximately halfway to Shimla, and its history goes back to medieval times. In Indian mythology, it is believed that the Pandavas lived here during their exile. But that's not why I'm here. I am in Solan to find out why it's known as the Mushroom City of India. And to get some answers, I am meeting Vikas, the owner of the Vikas Mushroom Farms, the largest grower and distributor here.
Okay, so I have a confession to make before I start this conversation with Vikas. I'm not scared of heights, water, tigers, lions, fire, adventure sports, speed. I love all of it, but I have this weird phobia or fear of circles or like round things together, and I can't stand here, but I'm doing this only because of you, because I love you all. So Vikas, tell me, what is the connection between Solan and mushrooms?
Mushrooms, actually in India, the first time mushroom was grown in Solan. Climatically, Solan is suitable for, to grow mushrooms, and the research center of Government of India is situated in Solan.
Okay.
This is because climate around the year to grow mushroom is suitable in Solan. That's why Solan is called Mushroom City of India.
So what are the climatic conditions you need to grow mushrooms in Solan?
Actually, there are a lot of varieties of mushrooms which are grown on different temperatures. This mushroom is grown on 16 degrees centigrade temperature plus 90% RH plus CO2 concentration. Then another mushroom is oyster mushroom, 25 degrees centigrade. Indian mushrooms, milky mushrooms, 30. Paddy straw mushroom, 35 degrees centigrade.
So
mushrooms.
different sort of mushrooms have different climatic conditions required.
Yes.
Do you export your mushrooms?
No, actually India is a very big market, so we are getting good rates as compared to export market in India. So we are only marketing mushrooms across country.
Mushrooms you cannot grow in light because we're standing in
No,
a practically dark room.
No. Actually, this variety of mushroom, button mushrooms, white button mushroom, this does not require light. But oyster mushrooms, you need light.
Okay.
For shiitake, you need light. For paddy straw, you need light.
You know, funnily, this fear that I have of looking at the mushrooms, I love mushrooms, and you said shiitake, that's my favorite kind of mushrooms. I'm going to get out of this room because I can't handle it anymore, but I'm going to get some shiitake, and I think you should too.
This mushroom experience was very enriching. A bit itchy because of my quirky phobia, but good fun. Finally about to reach my destination, the former summer capital of British India and the present capital of Himachal Pradesh. Shimla has been blessed with all the natural bounties that one can think of. It's got a scenic location surrounded by green hills with snow-capped peaks. The spectacular cool hills, accompanied by the structures built during the colonial era, create an aura which is very different from other hill stations. In Shimla, I am going to be meeting Raja Bhasin, who's an author and has a detailed knowledge of everything there is to know about Shimla. Raja Bhasin is a critically acclaimed author who has been closely associated with the United Nations Development Programme and has been actively involved in various capacities with the government of Himachal Pradesh. Raja is considered to be an authority when it comes to the history of Shimla, and his love for the place is evident in his publications. I meet him short of Shimla at the station of Tara Devi.
Hi Raja.
Hi Sonika.
How are you?
Very well.
Such a nice place that I'm meeting you here.
Yeah, it's an
You can see the
little station.
Yeah, it's really cute. In fact, I went to a Bharok station yesterday,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that was very cute. It was like a little set. But I think it's all over Shimla.
These stations are so pretty, and the Bharok station, at one point of time, you could get a full 7-course meal if you
Really?
wanted. Yeah, absolutely.
It actually looks very homely.
Yeah, and you can spend the night there. They have a couple of pretty little rooms. But this station where we are now, Tara Devi, years and years ago, there used to be a plague inspection post here. So every passenger who was traveling in the train up to Simla in every other class except the first class had to undergo physical fumigation, and all his belongings were fumigated too. And after that, the CID started manning the old plague inspection post, and they had this questionnaire: आपका नाम, बाप का नाम, कहाँ से आए हो, कहाँ जाओगे, किसके साथ रहोगे? And for years after this station was called आपका नाम, बाप का नाम.
Seriously?
Seriously.
So Tara Devi is actually known as Aapka Naam, Baap Ka Naam.
Yes, it was another name to the
That's
place.
interesting. Shimla is beautiful and I can't wait to see some more, and I'm hoping you're going to take me, aren't you?
With pleasure.
So then
Let's
come,
go.
let's go. So Raja, tell me about your association with Shimla. How close is it to your heart?
This is home for me. It's a good place to call home. I'm very happy to be here. And I travel around a lot. I end up dividing time between here and Delhi. But this is still home. And it's something which has been very, very close to me. I've loved this place. I've always loved it.
Okay, but I've heard that a lot of people say Shimla is just another Ludhiana on the hills, and you had something to say about that. So I want you to tell me, what do you have to say about that?
Overbuilt, lots of concrete, but that may or may not be. There are bits of it which, yes, you have a lot of areas which are hugely overbuilt. And then you also have these little pockets which are still very calm, very peaceful, very pretty. And in the end, I think it sort of balances out.
Raja Bhasin is true to his word and treats me to lunch at Cafe Sol at Hotel Combermere. We park short of the mall road and walk our way to the cafe for a laid-back lunch. After that mouth-watering meal, Raja decides to take me on another gastronomic expedition to the pickle shop of Thakur Brothers, a must-visit place in Shimla.
नमस्कार भाई साहब।
Namaste.
भाई साहब, ये सोनिका जी हैं। आपके अचारों के बारे में कुछ हमने भी बताया, कुछ औरों से भी सुना है, कुछ ही अब आपसे बात करना चाहते हैं और कुछ अचार ले जाना चाहते हैं।
हाँ, जरूर लीजिएगा।
आपकी शॉप के बारे में मैंने इतना सुना है, तो इसलिए मैं यहाँ आई हूँ पर्सनली मिलने के लिए आपसे। आपकी शॉप का खासियत क्या है, आप बताइए।
सन 1925 में बुजुर्गों ने ये दुकान शुरू की थी। 1925 से लेकर के आज तक वो ट्रेडिशन चल रही है, वही चीज़ें हैं, और हमने ना इसको बढ़ाया है ना कम किया है।
तो आपके पास कितने किस्म के अचार हैं?
हमारे पास 20-22 किस्म के अचार हैं।
कौन कौन सा?
जैसे आम, नींबू, गलगल, गाजर, गोभी, शलगम, ढेऊ, भें,
गलगल, गाजर,
गोभी, शलगम, लाल मिर्चें, करेला, बांस।
This shop smells so nice, and there are so many different kinds of pickles that Vijay ji is selling, which none of you can get unless you come here, and that's the sad part. But he's keeping the traditions and the taste of his pickles like it was so many years ago, and that's the best part. Thank you. बहुत अच्छा था, बहुत अच्छा लगा
मैं अब
आपसे
आपको
मिलके।
थोड़ा सा सैंपल दे देता हूँ।
That green mirchi is really mirchi, but it's yummy. It tastes very different from our normal nimbu ka achar, but it's much better. So very sweetly, Vijay ji here is giving me little gifts from his shop. That is the galgal pickle and the stuffed red chili pickle, and I'm going to take it home. I'm never going to forget about this shop, and I'm one of the lucky ones who are getting to taste this pickle. You have to come here if you're in Shimla.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आपका
आपका
विजय
भी
जी।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
नमस्कार जी।
Thank you.
Raja overwhelmed me with his knowledge of Shimla's past and present. His stories about Shimla were interesting as well as informative. And Shimla, the hill station, is always flocking with tourists from all over. But amidst all this rush, one can still find their solace here, and that's the magic of Shimla.
Now Shimla might not be a regular, quaint, relaxed hill station, but somehow it's on everyone's list. But with such great energy and liveliness, I'm not complaining. I can't get enough of it.
I started my journey today at the city beautiful Chandigarh. From then on, I saw some lovely sights, rode a cable car at 5,000 feet, drove alongside a toy train, and even tasted more pickles than I have ever done before. I ended my journey with a lovely walk in the gorgeous hill station of Shimla. The beauty of Shimla together with the proficiency of my Mercedes A180 gave me some lovely memories. A journey recommended to one and all. Next week on Follow the Star, I travel to the city of dreams, Mumbai. From the wine capital of India, Nasik.
Cheers.
And in Mumbai, I meet the original funny man of India, Cyrus Brocha.
That was such a bad link, it's not even funny. With my Mercedes A180 as my trusty steed. Fumble, 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 fumble. I finally entered the hilly region and the road conditions are surprisingly good even though there are narrow lanes. What's wrong with narrow lanes, narrow lanes? Driving in the hills has always been my favorite. Sorry. So I finally reached Timber Trail and I'm dying of idea. I jumped as just like a cup.